Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red and black, official weight 125, 3/4 pounds. As a professional, 39 victories, including 28 knockouts, 5 defeats, with 1 draw. Born in Armenia, now fighting and training out of Sydney, Australia, the 5-time world champion, former 2-time bantamweight, 2-time super flyweight, and former flyweight world champion, Vic the Raging Bull Darchinian. Corner wearing red with gold, officially weighing in at 125 1/4 pounds. As a professional, 31 victories, including 20 knockouts, only 2 defeats. From Taliban, Bohol, Philippines, the 4-time world champion, former flyweight, super flyweight, bantamweight, and super bantamweight champion of the world, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donayen.
Not all referees use that method, but it's worked for Lawrence in the past.
Guys who don't like that contact in close, it's not good for the refs to just knock their hands down. They want the refs to break it.
Does it because that guy's trying not to engage, and the point is to have a fight.
And when he says that, he doesn't mean that personally he didn't know who he was in the ring with. Now he knows, he's definitely sure who he's in the ring with, and he knows.
After another, and he won some and he lost some, which is usually what happens.
Yeah.
And some of the matchups, like Anselmo Moreno, or like the Japanese fighter that's up against it to begin with.
Sure.
Just tough matches for him.
And 4 fights out of 45, or 5 out of 45 altogether ain't bad.
Hard left hand by Darchinian.
Darchinian landed a good overhand left, but he stayed low as he threw his overhand left, and it allowed him to miss getting caught with the left hook counter.
It's that there's a lot at stake for each guy. They don't want to be the first.
By Donaire.
Plus, as hard as both of these guys punch, one mistake could cost you the fight.
Chinian having a lot of success. As the years went by, became more and more of a puncher and less of a boxer.
He just hurt Darchinian. Just hurt Darchinian pretty bad.
The left hook. Yeah. That's fascinating, Roy, and it speaks to Donaire's heavy hands. It didn't even look like that.
He throws his punches right on time. He has good extension on all of his punches. Oh!
You got 44 seconds to go
good
in the
left hand by
round.
Darchinian.
Real.
Southpaw.
Easy Donaire landed this 1-2 combination, a beautiful straight right hand to the jaw that really hurt Vic Darchinian. But right off of it, and Vic missed him with the right hook on that one. And right off of it, Vic landed that same overhand left and stayed low, which allowed him to slip Donaire's left hook.
Missing. Left hands. Donaire's left.
That he is a strong physical guy because he does, they say he used to do something like 1,000 push-ups.
2,000 push-ups.
So that makes another guy's reflexes often look a little slower.
Recently, I've read that the push-up is an overrated exercise.
Of avoiding punches and getting his punches home, Darchinian. And he's been waiting 6 years for this.
And Darchinian is showing some unusual patience here because it's not like him to wait.
Having trouble getting away from Darchinian's straight left hand.
Looking for the left hook, and he ended up getting hurt with the right hand already tonight. He can't jump in like that.
Our left hook lands again for Donaire.
That's what got him knocked out the first fight.
Being busier. One more comment on the first fight. On the official scorecards, Andrade needed the last 4.
It was unfortunate, and it's good that Andrade got proper scoring from the other 2 judges to win a 154-pound title bout. Neither guy is exactly, bringing down the house with activity in there. There's a lot of waiting and looking, and there's another hard left hand that lands for Vic Darchinian.
And we don't have to really worry about the scoring anyway, because Darchinian just say that it's just the respect of knowing how hard a guy like Darchinyan can punch.
Now Donaire seems to relax a little bit, but he missed with the 1-2. Now
There
he
it is.
lands the
There it
left
is.
hook.
That hook that hurt him right there. There
Hard
it is.
left hook.
There it is. Right there.
Darchinyan's trying to fight right back. Now the fight.
Donaire come catch Darchinyan with that hook high on the head. Had it been a little bit lower, it would have been much more devastating. But then Darchinyan fires back with his own left, and Donaire countered with a hook. And they just did some perfect exchanging at the
Some chaos in Donaire's corner. His father was talking over Robert Garcia, and
His father built that house, not Robert Garcia.
100% correct.
Not that Robert Garcia is not good, but his
Completed. Demetrius Andrade got a split decision victory over Vanis Martirosyan to pick up fighting a rematch of the fight that took place 6 years ago in Bridgeport, Connecticut, where Donaire was.
that said, this looks like a more vulnerable Donaire to me than we've seen in the last several years.
To land one big shot.
because Darchinyan learned the first fight that you go out there and go at Donaire and leave yourself open while you're at him, you'll find yourself on a stretcher leaving the arena. So he's got right there. If you run in there on one of those shots, you're going to have problems.
Body shot with the left hand. In a moment, we'll show you the two fighters who are coming up in the main event. And Darchinyan knocks Donaire back into the ropes with a left hand.
Again, catch Donaire trying to counter the left hand with his hook, and the overhand left is landing first, and Darchinyan is staying low and slipping the counter left hook. He's been doing that all night long. Donaire has to either step out and counter that left with a right hand or do something different.
He should be wary about Darchinyan, but he's not scared of Donaire. And he is asking of Donaire, do you still want to be a fighter?
Because to beat Darchinyan, he's going to have to dig in, go to the bottom of the pits, and
First time that Donaire and Darchinyan have been in the 6th round together, because
to be quite frankly,
Especially against Nonito, who he's been waiting half a dozen years to avenge that defeat.
Darchinyan, not full impact.
you've never seen him fight a guy with this much speed on his punches as Darchinyan has either.
Or coming off a loss where he's been undressed.
Oh, good shot. Got both
Right hand shot by Donaire.
When he wants to just run in without thinking, he's susceptible to get caught with a counter punch coming straight in.
Especially, as you said, the first 3 rounds and the 6th round was
Fighters, so I think that demonstrates it's a difficult fight.
Shots, but throw more punches, then step aside.
You meant hardly lost rounds. Matabula was the exception. He actually won some rounds from Donaire. The same Donaire.
I think he's beginning to find the combination that he by the left hook.
That's the way to do it for him. The right hand is the key, then the left hook. Because just to lead left hook ain't getting it done.
For your high school teams.
Donaire was talking about getting back to his boxing up and catch Darchinyan running in with one power shot. He's a fighter experiencing something new in his career, Donaire, coming off a loss with a new young. Now Donaire back up on his toes. You know, in a 10-round fight with a lot of rounds close to score, this has a kind of drawish feel. One of these guys might want to take control here.
Around, it was Robert Garcia who pleaded with him to throw more punches.
He's just trying to see who can get him to listen.
Donaire was always dressed up as a boxer, a puncher dressed up as a boxer a bit, because he would bounce on his toes and he did have fast hands. It was never
Power in both hands. That's what made him so devastating and such a good item to watch.
He's in Oxnard, California, in the same camp with Brandon Rios. Rios hasn't yet taken off to go to Macau for his upcoming fight with Manny Pacquiao, so we'll have the privilege
to open up the other fighter to get those big shots home. And Donaire seems like a fighter who's fallen in love with his power and gotten a little lazy.
That's Donaire's criticism of Donaire. He himself says, I fell too much in love with my left hook. There's the left hook.
That Golovkin fight, as it was a couple weeks ago, was obviously last week.
It wasn't.
Southpaw too, because the southpaw fighting a right hand hander is the hardest dude to fight because of the style.
Good left hook by Donaire. Another left hook. Slightly short. Straight right hand. Followed by the left hook again.
Oh, good uppercut by the. Oh, there he
Down
is.
goes Darchinyan. Set up by the combination combination earlier in the round. And it looks like that straight right hand, left hook combination is going to bail Donaire out.
The same left hook.
Darchinyan never got his legs back.
Nope, and he's not probably going to get them back.
But he was still throwing bombs at Donaire.
Right hand again. Here comes the left hook. Straight right hand, left hook.
He's done.
Darchinyan trying to find his legs.
He has no legs.
Doesn't have them. Backs into the ropes.
They need to stop it because he's done.
Donaire's going to set up another left hook. Oh, it's a thunderous right cross. And a left hook. And an uppercut. And Lawrence Cole's going to stop the fight.
Donaire needed to come up with something big there, not just
Roy Jones.
Here, Donaire, he got caught with a left uppercut and a right hook, but he kept on the attack. He sticks the left hook right over the jab, and that's why Darchinyan didn't want to throw the jab too much, because it left him open for the left hook. That's the most dangerous punch that Donaire throws.
And now here comes Lawrence Cole's stoppage.
Yeah, he threw a left uppercut right here, a beautiful uppercut. He threw that overhand left to set him up. Now he's changed it to an uppercut instead of overhand left, and Darchinyan was not ready for that punch. But at that time, Darchinyan was out on his feet already to me. Once again, you see him come with his left hand over the top to make him think he's aiming at the head. Then he fools him and comes under with it, right on the chin, one more time for good measures, and the fight.
Just at 2 minutes and 6 seconds of round number 9. The winner by TKO victory. The Flash is back. The Filipino Flash, Nonito